I think I might have the skills already, Yuka.
Misa, I feel like you leave too early.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa.
And this is Yuka.
And welcome to the Misa podcast. In a very different studio. We are at the Tokyo Harajuku's like J-Wave studio right now. We just wanted to test out some professional settings. You might see other settings in the coming weeks, but how do you guys like this?
It's actually it's very professional, I feel like. It's very different from our comfy home style to, in a professional, I don't know, what is professional?
And these earphones, we can actually hear our voices.
I know, I can hear you so loud and clear.
Yeah, which is cool too. I like that.
Yeah, it allows us to know that it's recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you are new here on this podcast, we are two sisters born in Japan, raised in the States. And on this podcast, we talk about random stuff that we relate to each week and you hope you relate to as well. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week again. We usually have a show and tell.
Yes.
Yeah, but since we were kind of in this professional setting, we don't have it this week. We usually have showing our favorite snacks.
Yes.
We will do that again in the next episode. We are so sorry we forgot. Anyways, so let's do what's on our minds for this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what is on my mind?
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
What is on my mind?
Yeah.
I think it just relates to this topic of because it's February, it's Valentine's Day season.
Right.
And this is really interesting. Valentine's Day is so different in Japan and the States. Because in Japan, it's mostly the girls make all these chocolates and they are the ones giving to the guys, right? And to the guys they I don't know. But in the States, it's the opposite. The guys do a lot for the girls. They give you the roses, the chocolate, the dinner dates. The guys do that for the girls. So I just thought it was really different. What if you're in an international relationships and in a relationship, you don't really know the cultural difference. That is a big cultural difference.
Yeah, but you just gotta tell them. You educate them.
But it's why is it so different? It's
That's true.
It's so different because it is a capitalist holiday. It's a capitalist event. Who made Valentine's Day? There's a whole history about that.
Isn't there Mr. Valentines?
Yeah. Mr. Valentines. Yes. So I don't know. I don't think I
Have you ever had trouble with that? With the Valentines and the cultural difference?
Me? Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was just
just saying.
Yeah, just saying. I'm it's so different,
Yeah.
Do I give chocolates to the guys this year, or do I wait for the guys to?
Right.
It's probably you celebrate the guys do something for the girls if they're in a relationship.
If the guy does it. For
Yeah.
the girl?
Yeah.
In Japan?
No, in the States.
In the States, yeah. Also, there's this thing where you ask the guy to be your Valentine's, or the guy asks. There's a formal asking.
That's
true.
The guys ask you can you be my Valentine? And
will
then you're
be my Valentine?
Will you be my Valentine? You're hell no.
Yes. And then everyone gets really creative with asking, I think.
Yeah, I love that. It's kind of asking out for someone for prom.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Prom, everyone.
Prom is so awkward, I feel like.
I never went to prom.
I feel like it's awkward if you go with a friend, a guy friend.
Yeah, that's so awkward.
Yeah.
I was I have never been to prom. Yuka has been to prom one time, but Yeah, I thought that was so weird. I just had dance, like actual dance practices for prom.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, like that's like on my mind because it's like Valentine's Day season and like the difference between that is really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Valentine's Day. I remember I did a lot of things for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
like,
you
I
really
would create like chocolate covered strawberries. Yeah, but no longer.
I've never done those kinds of things in my life.
It's actually fun. It's fun to make it for friends too.
Right. That's true.
But then it's a lot of work.
Right. I don't know if I will like ever do that. Or maybe I will. What will you guys do for Valentine's Day, everyone? Let's keep the I want everyone to be in the loop, you know?
Yeah.
To be in the conversation. So
yeah, what are your plans for Valentine's Day? And are you going to be giving the, Valentine's gift?
Or are you going to be given?
Are you going to ask someone to be your Valentine's? Are you?
Huh?
Are you going to ask?
I will never ask anyone to be my Valentine's.
Really?
Because I don't really believe in Valentine's Day, actually.
Really? Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, anyways, should we like go on with your like what's on your mind? But we can actually get into the topic for today.
Let's get into the topic.
Because the topic today is very juicy and it's very fun. Okay, so what is today's topic, Yuka?
Today's topic is about what are the rules of... No, not the rules. What... Okay, can you actually...
Yeah, what actually makes a good relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has that been on your mind recently?
Yes, it has been on my mind recently. So last year, I think around this time, I made a video about like why I don't have a boyfriend, and a lot of people resonated with that. I'm like, yes, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like going back to that. So this is my philosophy, right? And I've been like researching about this. Is being in a relationship good? And is being in love good before the age of 25? Mm-hmm. And then, because I think it's so different when you are in your early 20s, love in your early 20s and love in your later 20s, right? Right? Isn't it different?
It is.
Because like when you're young, you're like, oh, I have time. Like I'm just going to test out the waters. Like I am just going to... you kind of also...
It's very clear cut. It's like, I like you, so let's, date
as
well.
Yeah, and like I like to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get lost in that relationship. You lose yourself in that relationship, and I think that's the part that I really don't like.
Mm-hmm. Losing yourself.
Yeah,
right?
Like if I find myself doing that, I'll be like, oh, ew, that's not a good version of me.
Right.
And then I'll like step out of it.
But I don't think that you losing yourself is it's more of a training. Like to not lose yourself is a training.
But yeah, you can train yourself to do that, right?
Yeah. So I don't think that's like 20 before 25 or after 25. I think it's like forever. You can lose yourself in a relationship.
Right.
So yeah, I mean I'm like a victim of that. I feel.
Yeah, Yuka used to like drop everything for a person and just I'd be like, oh, I was like, when are you gonna start this? When are you gonna start this? You're like, I don't know. I have to make these strawberry covered chocolates for this guy. I'm like,
but that was like my early 20s,
right?
And then I have learned from that, and then in my 20s or late 20s, I now understand the importance of not losing yourself and having, because at the end of the day, the love of your life is yourself. So if you lose that version, then you don't really have anything to fall back to.
That's true.
Yeah. So that is what I learned. And I think like, in your 20, from until 25, you kind of learn about yourself through a relationship. And then after 25, when you date like someone like from 25 to whatever, you already know yourself and you know like what you want in a relationship.
Right. I'm never that type of person like, oh, I really like this guy. I'm like never like that. I'm like, I don't even think about that.
Really? Okay. What?
No one is on my radar. Like, I'm like, huh?
What do you think? when you see like, when you like someone, like what is that thought process?
When I like someone or when
because
I
you
meet
say
someone really cool.
when you meet someone.
Oh, when I meet someone really cool, it's like, oh, this person's cool, right? But like nothing more than that. I never imagine myself like, oh,
you're
dating.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm like, you're really cool. You're so cool,
Why is that? Why do you stop it there?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's like a defense mechanism. Like I'm like defending. But it is one thing funny. With like adult relationships. You are in younger relationships and like love, it's easier to, it's easier to fall in love. And then also you get hurt, right? While falling in love because you are so vulnerable to that other person. But on the other hand, when you are older, even though it's like a more mature kind of relationship, you know yourselves a lot. You also know how to defend yourself. And so this like defense mechanism actually occurs. And that's when someone's like, oh, I'm so busy, doing work. I'm very independent. And that is actually a defense mechanism of trying to protect yourself. That is also like a different version of being like an avoidant.
Oh, do you think you're an avoidant?
I feel like sometimes I can be an avoidant. Yeah. I'm like subconsciously like defending myself because maybe it's, I don't know, like nothing just like sparks in me. And then I'm like, okay, like that, like whatever I'm doing right now, like my work, whatever, is a lot more important than this person.
Right. But I also think it's like more of a balance.
Right.
Right. Like work and relationship.
Yes.
And I think when you're in a right relationship, your world expands.
Yeah.
And you have more motivation and energy towards your work.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think when you feel like, a little bit, you kind of lose yourself and like you can't kind of balance the two, then you're not really in the right relationship or you're not communicating things right.
Right.
Like your priorities. But I don't think you should say like you're my second priority,
Right.
No one wants to be a second priority.
That's so true. Let's talk about like communication in a relationship.
Okay.
I don't know, because we are talking about like what actually makes a good relationship. I think this is very trite, overly said. I think open communication is so important in relationship.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I've just had like an experience where like, oh, the other person does not want to like communicate openly about some of the things because that like dialogue, that discussion that dialogue may hurt the other person. That is not the way to go.
Right. You should.
I want to like clash and like collide with that person so that you can actually get to know how they think and then get to the bottom of it so that you can actually know if this is actually the right person you're going to be with. Right. I don't want to like be at the surface level kind of like relationship where you guys are like kind of, like, oh, this might hurt their feelings. Yes, my feelings will be hurt. Yeah, but that's the point of it. If you're not
growing together, I don't think it's like a good relationship.
Yeah,
like
that's
if you can't have that conversation, if you don't think that there's a safe space to...
Yes, safe space. Safe space.
Safe space is important.
It's so important. Yeah. And it's like sometimes you're not even creating the safe space. Yeah, sometimes I'm not even creating that safe space for someone else. Right?
And also, I feel like you can't understand another person because if they don't talk about it, right? Like we can't read their minds. We can't so I actually, like, even in a relationship with you, Misa.
We're being confessed right now.
Like, I never knew, like, like I never understood some of your actions. Like,
right. That's true.
Like, all of a sudden, you're gone. Like, I was like, I thought she was going to wait for me, but she wasn't. And then she just like left. And I'm like, why did you leave?
That's so funny.
Remember that? That was like the first year I came here. And I was like, and you were trying to understand how to live together.
Yeah, it was really hard. Yeah, it was like there was a learning curve, a definite learning curve to be able to live with another human being.
Yeah. But what's great about Misa is she forgets all the things the next day. So, we're having like a strong argument and we're like clashing. But the next day, you're like, hi.
How's your day going?
Yeah, do you need a cup of water? So I feel like that's like such a great like personality coming from you. But we definitely need to clash, talk about it in order to understand each other.
Yeah.
Because we come from different environments. We've met different people. We learn different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like kind of atarimae that we're not the same people.
Yeah. Atarimae, I think it like you can express it through like it's a given.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do some English lessons here right now.
It's a given.
Yeah.
That we're actually not meant for each other. But if you're in a relationship, you kind of like, okay, do another one. Suriawase.
You have to make sure you're on the same page.
Through many conversations.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you understand, you try to find like the midpoint, like what I like, what he likes, and how I converse, how he converses, and then like understand each other.
Right. So like after we do this communication, right? Like of course like any kind of couple would not want to just like break up without having this deep conversation. What do you think is like the point where you can be like, okay, this is the right person after all this communication, after all this clashing, you are actually the right person? Or what is that breaking point of like, oh, this person actually like our core beliefs, our like whole, like how we're made as a human being is a little different. If I am made out of, I don't know, cotton, and if you're made out of silk, we're just a little different. Cotton and silk, it's like water and oil.
Oh, I'm
like,
expensive.
Yeah, you're expensive. I'm just cotton, It can be organic cotton, but it's like different.
Right.
Yeah. So like, but I think there are breaking points in like in realizing that. Don't you think so? Sometimes I'm like, okay, we really, really cannot understand each other.
Yeah.
Right?
I understand that.
You understand that feeling?
Yeah, I do
understand. Do we understand that feeling? It's like that breaking point. It's like, oh yeah, I'm silk. You're cotton.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be something like that, I feel like, in a relationship. But it's whether or not you can accept that.
Yeah.
Accept that you're cotton.
Yeah.
That I'm silk.
But I don't want that. I would want silk and silk.
Yes. I think that's easier.
It's so much easier. And I feel like...
I think it's also more fun. Because, relationship is about expanding your world. So, I mean, silk and cotton, they can be fun. But if it's silk and silk, you kind of like the same things. You kind of see a similar vision. So, you can kind of like accelerate.
Right. But there's also this this perspective of saying like, okay, you're silk, I'm cotton. Or okay, that's kind of like a bad example now, but... if a really chill person, right, a super chill person, thinks that like resting is good for the career, for your career, right? Which it is, right? Like always. And then on the other hand, there's this like person who just like runs.
Yes.
Right. Like me, you know. But who barely likes to rest, and because of that, constantly gets sick. Such as me right now. Right? I feel like if you're like the same kind of person, sometimes it's like hard for you guys to also rest together, right? And you guys are always like constantly like doing things. But on the other hand, if you have a person that's kind of like who doesn't live like you, it might be you can like add two and add the two and then like balance it out, right? You guys have a nice balance because the chill person can kind of learn how to be a little bit more hustly, right? And then the hustly person, the person who hustles, can also learn how to relax a little bit.
I think the calm person, I think the hustly person can learn how to be calm, but the calm person may not be able to learn how to hustle. Because if that doesn't align with what they want, then they're not going to learn.
Right. But if they want that.
Yeah, if they want that. Yeah, if they want to adapt that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can balance out.
Right.
But from my experience, people don't change.
Yeah. And I don't want them to change.
Yeah, we're not trying to change.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, I changed you. Like, I would not want that. I want them to stay as who they are as much as possible.
Yeah. And I've realized that's kind of hard. So that change, if they don't really want it, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But if they want it, that might be
she's still hopeful.
That might be a good teammate.
Yeah.
That can be a good teammate.
That's a good partnership if you can communicate that and if that kind of grows into a life vision that you guys want.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. And I'm also very I don't really move with I think I'm a very emotional person. Like I move with emotions based upon my emotions, how I feel. But I also like to pan things out. I like to okay, oh, these are your values. We can, collaborate here. This is where we clash. But these are our core beliefs. And if the core beliefs just don't go well, that's just it just doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah. Misa. And being able to realize that is just really important.
Yes.
It's you pan things out.
Being able to understand that concept and being able to leave that situation is something.
Wow. I think I might have the skills already, Yuka.
Misa, I feel like you leave too early.
I leave too early. I see the problem.
You see them, hello. Oh no, I see the problem instantly. And then you leave too early.
Yeah, that's true. It's instant.
Yeah.
It's instant screening. It's like screening a resume.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm learning to be able to understand that person, trying to understand and adapt and say okay, what can work? Right.
Yeah.
But that can also be a little bit stressful.
Right.
Right? Because I'm I don't want to change. I don't want them to change. Right? And also I don't want to be dating potentials.
Right.
Potential love. I do not want to be dating a potential.
Right.
You have to be dating a reality.
You say it like people are 3D or 2D. I mean 2D.
That's true. What could be in this person? Because that means that you're actually not looking into that person right now in the present.
I also think that one learning that I had was I used to. You can't just love the person itself.
Right.
You have to love their lifestyle and their life as a whole. And if that matches with your lifestyle.
Right.
And you guys are both just accepting it, not changing anything.
Right. And we're talking about adult relationships.
Yes.
Right. We're not talking about a really fun. That's fun too. But we're talking about
fun relationship.
But we're talking about adult relationships, right?
Yeah. Okay. In our late 20s, 30s, around there. I'm I heard that from a Jay Shetty's podcast, right? That you have to like their, not just themselves, but their lifestyle.
Right.
And from my past experience, I'm I love this person, but I don't really get along with their friends but I don't really like how they spend their weekends.
Right.
God.
Doing games.
like it just, I mean, like there's nothing wrong with games, but it's just like it doesn't align with how I want to live.
Right.
And eventually we have to be heading towards a similar vision.
Right.
As if you're going to become partners and growing together, right?
That's true. That's true.
So you have to kind of ask yourself, do you want this lifestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, is that like how you envision yourself?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, yeah. And one thing, like in addition to that, like recently I've been realizing that I always like to put myself in an environment where like other people are better than me. Yeah.
Yes, actually, that's
right?
a really good point. Yeah.
You know, even in college, like even in high school, I think I just love the fact that I was at the very lowest like level, kind of like just compared to all my friends and my classmates, and because there was like a lot of room for growth. And whenever I reached, you know, I felt like I was the best one in the room, I felt really bored. Right? Even with friends too. Like I always want to be in a friend group where like I am the one like kind of like not struggling, but like everyone is better than me, because I don't feel any, you know, like negative emotions in being the most like low leveled or like the most unskilled.
Right.
Right. And so I think like yeah, being even in a relationship, even in a friend relationship or even in a sisterhood, you know, I always think that you're really like, I wouldn't say like you're better than me, but like you have a lot of things that you're better than me, right?
Yeah, so it all comes down to respect, I guess.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Because because we're totally different people and we have two different strengths, but I believe that when we're together, we create this synergy and we like combine our strengths and we become better
and bigger.
Yeah. So it does come down to respect.
Yeah. That is really true. So I think like being able to like respect that person because they allow you to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
like I want to be in awe of my partner.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see them every day and be like, oh my gosh, I love that you're my partner. I love that. I can't believe we're together.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So at the end of the day, it comes to like, okay, before you love anyone, you have to love yourself. Right. I heard of that on the internet so many times, but what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean to like, oh, self-love? Like, does it mean to like get you a coffee?
You always say that. Why do you always bring that up? You're like, it's not about buying yourself coffee.
Because it's not. I don't think it is. I think it is also, I think it's taking the time to be alone and envision what kind of life would make you extremely excited and happy. Right? And living towards that.
Yeah.
While also being excited that like you are that kind of person. Right? And if that doesn't like align with whatever like, you know, relationship you're in, like the whole relationship has to go.
Yeah.
Right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Loving yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's about like taking the time and to understand what you like. And it's because the reason why we need to understand how to love ourselves and understand ourselves is because I'm a firm believer that I'm a firm believer that there has to be 2 lanes and 1 shared lane. So a total of 3 lanes that we're walking. Okay, so
we were just like walking outside and she like says it's like, okay, are you talking about the physical lanes right now or are you talking about
It's about the relationship lanes. Okay. I think you and your partner needs to have 2 lanes, 2 lives, 2 dreams, 2 goals. Okay. And then because the reason is because if you hop onto the same lane, then that's just 1 goal, you know?
Together.
And someone's not together. It's like someone's goal. Okay. It's your partner's goal.
Right.
And then you're going to resent yourself or have like a midlife crisis saying like, what about my goal?
Right.
You know?
I would hate that.
Yes. So we need to have 2 lanes. And then 1 shared lane, which is the 3rd lane, where that's where you kind of grow together. That's the lane where you make the same vision, the same like direction, and set goals together to grow. So, and that's why you need to kind of like establish yourself first so that you have your own lane.
Right.
Because if you just hop onto someone else's lane, then
that's not your lane, girl.
Then you're gonna lose yourself, and you don't have a lane to go back to, which is yourself you should be the biggest love of your life.
Right. And you should be in the driver's seat. You should be driving that car.
Yeah, you should be driving
You should not be in the passenger seat.
Because I remember you told me one time that like if something goes wrong, you need to be able to pack your bags and leave that relationship.
Yes. I was just I was talking to a woman.
A woman.
A woman told me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on a random day. She was like, I used to be married to a really rich guy, like a rich man, but the man cheated on her. But she was actually living a really nice life with the money that he had. But all of a sudden, he took away everything. And she became a single mom with one daughter with no money. And so she had to really work, like, get an actual job, and she had to really pack her bags and leave. Yeah, and like that's why she was like, yeah, that is kind of like the courage you're gonna need. So never rely on a man. Yeah, that's what she told me, and it's like, you're right.
It's right. It's so true. I mean, it goes vice versa. Like,
right. It does go vice. Yeah, like never rely on a woman, never rely on a man. Yeah. Like just. Like you are the only person you're gonna be able to save. So
yes, because it's your life, it's your responsibility. No one's gonna come save you. So might as well love yourself first.
Yes, and like any kind of like decision is your responsibility. I know it is. Yeah, and it's like it also comes down to me too. Like I'm just saying this to myself too. Like everything is your responsibility. So that means that it is your responsibility. But on the bright side, it's your responsibility, like you can change everything. Yeah. Right. You have the power to like just change like any kind of situation, because you were able to make that happen. You can make other things happen. Yeah. So that's how we would like to end the podcast. Thank you so much for listening to the very end. I hope like this Valentine season, or it's just like February, like love is in the air, I hope.
I mean, but love is everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
love is like everywhere around the world all year long.
Yes, it's everywhere.
But we just like want to like take this occasion to like, just talk about relationships and like love in our 20s and maybe 30s. Because this is like the time. This is seriously the time where we're always like thinking about it. Because once you're married, that's a different kind of problem like to discuss about. But like just like this, like before marriage, this like dating process, like finding that one is such a like important part of your life. So I'm just like so glad that we got to tune in this week to just like think about it. Let me know like what you guys think about like what actually makes a successful relationship work. We're also trying to figure it out on our own, on like ourselves too. So yeah, and let us know like how you guys like thought about the new audio, like the new place. We're gonna be thinking about like other places to like set up our podcast. So please stay tuned. All right, thank you so much for watching until the very end. I hope you guys have a great day
and a great life.
And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. See you. I do really feel that way. What?
She added a fluff word.
Yeah, I didn't believe that. It's like, what do you actually believe in?